Budget 2025. Today we're talking about the newly released federal budget for 2025 and what it means for the Toronto real estate market. Let's break down the key points and how they will impact buyers, sellers, and the market overall. The key housing and real estate measures. The government has announced roughly $25 billion in new housing investments over the next 5 years. That brings federal housing commitments to about $130 billion when combined with existing programs. A new initiative called Build Canada Homes will direct $13 billion toward accelerating home construction and affordable housing. The budget also confirms the elimination of GST and HST on new homes for first-time buyers, continuing to focus on improving housing affordability. Another new major announcement, the government is proposing to eliminate the underuse housing tax as well as the luxury tax on private aircrafts and vessels. These changes are aimed at simplifying the tax system and ending administrative costs at the CRA. The underused housing tax was introduced in 2022, adding a 1% annual tax on vacant or underused properties. Removing it is expected to create administrative savings and reduce compliance burdens for property owners. The Toronto Real Estate Board had a response. They welcome many of the measures, especially the continued elimination of the GST and HST for first-time home buyers and the new Build Canada Homes program. However, TREB also emphasized that Canadians continue to struggle with housing affordability and supply, and high construction costs, stalled projects, and canceled developments are keeping supply tight, and affordability remains a challenge for many families. TREB supports the new investments and tax relief. However, they called on the federal government to do more, specifically accelerate construction of the missing middle housing, expand the GST and HST exemption to include all new home buyers, and cut municipal development charges by 50% and revive the multi-unit residential building tax incentive program. TREB says that Canadians are losing hope they'll ever be able to afford a home, and they want the government to help out more. So what does the budget mean for the overall GTA market? Here are the takeaways. First, supply matters. Eliminating the underused housing tax and investing in new infrastructure could help increase long-term housing inventory, which Toronto badly needs. Second, affordability is still the challenge. Even with these incentives, the Toronto Real Estate Board points out that economic uncertainty and construction costs are still slowing projects. These measures are positive, but the impact will take time to be felt. And third, balance is returning. Sellers should expect a more level playing field this year and next, while buyers could see more opportunities in inventory over the next few years. If you're a seller, the budget signals a more balanced market ahead. Homes that are priced strategically and presented beautifully will continue to sell well. However, overpriced homes will wait on the market for buyers. If you're a buyer out there, these changes are a positive sign. Between easing taxes, increased infrastructure spending, and more support for first-time buyers, the market is slowly shifting in your favor after all these years. You'll need to be prepared and decisive, but you'll have more choice and leverage than there was even a year ago. So to sum it up, the Budget 2025 focuses on building more homes, reducing red tape, and supporting first-time home buyers through targeted tax relief. For Toronto and the GTA, that means a gradual move towards balance and stability with long-term opportunities for both buyers and sellers. If you have any questions about the market and how the budget might affect it, please let me know.